Hi, life path number 6. This is Healing Hands, guys. How are you doing? I am sure you're doing fantastic because I am doing okay. I know times are hard, challenging for a lot of people out there, but this too shall pass. We shall continue to overcome. All right, we shall continue to overcome life and its challenges. Okay, life path number 6. So, let's get into your reading, guys. Give me 1 second. I've done your premeditation, and guys, I have to tell you, sometimes the Holy Spirit be trying to confuse me. Sometimes I have to really dig deep. Sometimes I do this premeditation. It will take me like an hour. And I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting you all the best, correct, most accurate reading energy of all. I don't want to just assume anything. I want to, I always like to get double, triple confirmation from Spirit. And those confirmations will always come through during my readings, even on camera while I'm pulling my cards. But hey, life path number 6, you guys do have very interesting energy that came through, and we're gonna go into it one after the other. All right, but first let's start with this one. Okay, this is the energy of the observer. This is a brand new deck, but I'm gonna tell you guys. You see, this guy is observing. His attention is on point. All right, he is sharp-minded. He prefers rational thinking, logic over emotion. All right, he's somebody who is evidence-based. When you observe, it's like a scientist who would observe chemical reaction. All right, observe everything in order to make a conclusion. All right, is an attentive energy. It examines the minutest of details. All right, of people around you, of situations. It could represent over analysis paralysis. Sometimes it's the energy of trying to understand people's behavior, their motive, their agenda, and seeing either people for being good-hearted or people who can be trusted versus people who cannot be trusted. So you see, this can go either way. You can use this energy for discernment, to decipher, but you can also cripple yourself with over analysis paralysis if you overdo it. Spirit is like, pay attention to the people in your environment. Pay attention to the body language, what people are telling you. Is it tallying with what they're doing? Pay very careful attention to the energy that they are giving. Be inquisitive, ask the right questions. All right, look at things carefully. Look at everybody's actions towards you carefully. But remember, life path number 6, to watch without judgment. Be practical, be objective, but do not devoid yourself of your emotion, because this is a very stern, unemotional energy. It's an energy of, it is what it is. A plus B is equals to AB. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. All right, without looking at it that 1 plus 1 can equal 11. I don't know how, but I'm just saying it's a very practical minded energy. Okay, it's the energy that when you study people, you cannot mimic those people, and then you can now figure out what their motives are, why they are the way they are. So you get into it. I picked up a strong energy of a chameleon, somebody who also changes their form, changes their themselves to fit in. It's like finding yourself among people, friends, wherever you find yourself, you are adaptable. All right, but it could be negative, it could be positive. It's okay to adapt, to learn more. All right, to enrich our mind, to understand new situations, understand new culture, understand people, why they are the way they are. All right, but we have to be careful not to be cold. All right, cold as F. All right, slicing through every detail meticulously with and unemotionally. All right, looking at every squeaky behavior, every dot, every iota, every I must be dotted, every T must be crossed. That is overdoing it. So that's an energy that you're exuding this month, life path number 6. And I always say 1 month is 1 month from when you see this video. This might be a past, present, or a future energy of yours, but this is definitely going to be an energy, something that, I'm picking up for sure. For those of you who are a member of my soul tribe, and if you're just clicking this video and you're just watching, you're coming to my channel for the first time, I want to say welcome in. Thank you so much. I hope you will do something on the channel and also be a part of our soul tribe so that I can pick up your energy, all right, as we go along. And please remember, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but trust me when I tell you, there will be situations in your life where you're going to be, maybe using your logic and your rationale over your emotion this month. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a life path number 6, that will resonate. All right. If you're a member of my soul tribe, it will resonate with you and for you this month. Okay. So you're going to be asking yourself, are you unmasking people to genuinely understand why they behave the way they do? Or are you unmasking people just because you can? You're trying to be brutal. You're trying to be ruthless. You're trying to be cutthroats. Those are questions that you need to ask yourself. All right. Now, this energy is also the energy of someone who tends to be first and last to speak. They want to be this. They want to talk because they just want to. It's an expressive type of energy. All right. And you have to understand that when you're, like this energy is an energy of somebody who will set aside the, prejudice. You're meant to set aside any prejudgment, prejudice, including your assumptions, your fears, attractions, repulsions. And you have to understand that misuse of power, of perception will always backfire. So things are not always linear or the way they seem. All right. It's the energy I got from this. I mean, it's okay to observe because spirits like you have to observe anyway, but observe in such a way that you're not just totally blind. Okay. And then that brings us to these two energy over here. And they are very, very interesting energy. I have spiritual journey for you guys. Look at that. It's a journey. So some of you are on a quest. I don't know what type of journey this is, but it definitely is some type of quest, some type of spiritual journey that you're on. It's a lifelong process that will never truly be complete. When they say spiritual journey, it's the same thing as saying your life journey. So as long as you're alive, it's a journey that you're going to be on. All right, regardless. So this is a number 35. Which is equal to an 8. 8 is the energy of movement, of change, the energy of attainment. Okay. And I can usually compare this to the strength card or the star card in the tarot deck. All right. It's the strength or the star card. And you know what they say about the strength is all about endurance, about standing your ground. It's about, overcoming challenges, about patience, compassion. So maybe is there a situation in your life where you're looking at a situation, looking at somebody or something that has happened and you're rigid about how you're seeing it? Like, no, this is the way it is. This is what I saw. And that's it. Now you have to understand perspective differs. The perspective can be different. If I place this thing here and there are people surrounding this, all right, this card, everybody will see this card from different perspective. You know what I mean? Like if you're standing here, you will see from this perspective. If you're standing here, you will see from this perspective. So you have to also be cautious about, being stiff and being stuck in a point of view to a point where you're not even entertaining in another person's point of view. Okay, that might be a challenge for you. So you're meant to show soft control with that strength energy, which the number represents. Okay, soft control, a balanced view of a situation, rather than it can be objective, all right, but it doesn't have to be rigid. It's basically the energy that is coming through, all right, for you guys, life path number 6. And like I said, it can also be that energy of the star. And the star is all about, it's all about destiny. It's all about good luck and good fortune. It's also about healing. It's about hope and inspiration and serenity. It's about it's also about a shift in your perspective. All right. Okay. So some of you are on this lifelong spiritual journey. Isn't that what we're all on? All right. But the interesting thing about this is also a card of self-actualization and actualization towards your higher purpose. All right. So basically, when you pull this card in a like a reading, it just tells you that, if you've been waiting for a sign to embark on a new adventure, it just tells you that you're supported as you embrace new ways of expressing yourself. You might discover a way to breathe new life into something old, or you may find that you're meant for a new path entirely. Additionally, this card is a positive sign if you are seeking a new career, a new love interest, or considering a new beginning of any kind. There's the call for you to change the rigidity around how you build your structure, all right, how you're doing things, and to shift it is I'm hearing soften it. All right. So some of you may want to use this opportunity to build a vision board. Use cutout from magazines, newspapers, look for a poster. You can write down poems that align with where you want to go, where you feel like you're heading. You can also write down affirmations on this vision board, place it somewhere where, you can see it, and, as a reminder every day to align you towards your greater goal. Now, the next energy is the spirit of the East, and it's a number 3. And you all know number 3 is a number of growth, is a number of relationships, is the number of the initial success. After the, the 1, the ace, of course, you have the 2, and then the 3. All right. The ace is like the original idea. Then the 2 is like, the planning around the idea. And then 3 is the initial success. All right. When you make that initial move in that direction that you're going. Okay. And what it reminds me is that creative energy of the Empress, or the change of perspective of the Hangman. And, with the allusion to the Hangman is also asking you change your perspective, how you're seeing things. And remember, I said something about perspective earlier on, about it depends on where you're at. All right. The energy of the Hangman is coming through strongly, as well as the energy of the world, which is of things ending and things starting. The Hangman is like a blockade. It's telling you it's a time for you to change your perspective. Okay, it's telling you basically let go of old way of thinking, old way of seeing things, and consider another point of view. Okay, consider another point of view. It also alludes to this cards, as in the number 3, will allude to like the world energy, which, like probably one of the best cards that you can get in a tarot deck. It's always talking about, things going in your favor. It talks about balance, talks about things completing, a new chapter closing, and it talks about finally integrating something, and talks about accomplishment, involvement, fulfillment. All right. So I'm going to read, this, and it says, that the spirit of the East, which is what this is connected to the elements of the air. And you all know air element is all about mental analysis. You see why I'm like, you can't go, like this reading cannot be any more correct than it is. All right. It's all about mental, using your it's another reference to, are you being analytical about something? Is there something that you're not taking a softer approach to? You have to ask yourself. All right. It initiates you to that energy of you need clarity, you need truth, you need new beginnings. All right. It's all in the realm of ideas. And when this comes into any reading, it's just telling you that you need to lead with your mind instead of your emotions. You should apply logic and rationale to your current situation, like I said, but make sure that you're not too rigid. All right. Make sure that you're not like unshakable or movable. The good thing is that this card is all about self-awareness and all about reflection. See the way they're all tying back together, all right? This and that is all about self-awareness, about awareness of people around you, as well as awareness of how you treat people around you, okay? Now, coming to this last energy, it's the energy of independence, and it's energy of the moon in Aquarius, all right? It's the moon energy. The moon is all about your subconscious energy or your subconscious feelings. The moon is about your intuition, is how you react. It's about your feelings. All right. And when we talk about Aquarius, you all know we're talking about, groups, associations, how you interact with other people. It's talking about humanitarianism, how you go about, your friend circle, maintaining and keeping your friendships. It can be a philosophical energy. It's all about superficiality that you need to watch out for. That all-knowing type of energy, inconsistent energy, being impatient, judgmental, relaxed and yet rigid, being rigid basically, and just telling you allow that more big-hearted personality of yours to shine through this month, that, and let go of that moralistic attitude and apply a more generous, courageous, patient person who likes to consider other people's point of view. Okay. This energy is also just here telling you, that you do have freedom of expression. All right. But ask yourself, are you expressing your feelings in the right way? Are you expressing it properly so that you're not coming across to people as being too stern or firm or unshakable or irreversible or, stuck in a perspective and not allowing, other people to express themselves. All right. Not seeing the other people's point of view. It's okay to always, be observant, like the observer energy. It's always good to, pay attention to everybody and their character and what they are bringing to the table, but don't overdo it this month. Okay. It's also the energy of somebody who can switch up their emotions quickly. All right. 1 minute they're hot, that this again reminds me of what I said earlier about the energy of the chameleon and being adaptable. Like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. You're neither cold or hot. I mean, it's good to be adaptable, all right. But are you being adaptable and switching up and down in a hypocritical manner? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. All right. Are you trapped also in a mental whirlwind? These are questions you need to ask. All right. It indicates the need for you to let go of being overly rigid and also being overly emotional. You can balance it. All right. Figure a way to balance your energy this month. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's any additional energy that we're going to be picking up for my beautiful life path number 6. Guys, Holy Spirit, what else do we need to tell life path number 6? Awesome message. I love the fact that you guys are analytical. You guys are, paying attention to your environment, to people, to the energy that they are bringing, how people are acting towards you, how they are behaving towards you. Awesome. All right. I love that you're doing all that and more. All right. But please do not overdo it. Okay. For some of you, this might have to do with work. For some of you, this might have to do with your relationship. Is there a situation in your life where you're not listening to the other person's perspective? Maybe this needs to change because we have the lover's energy right here. And it's all about relationships. It doesn't have to be a sexual love relationship. It could be relationship with your family, friends, anybody, soulmates, your spouse, your brother, sister, whatever. It's all about, relationship. Are you being over, critical in your relationships? Those are questions that you need to ask yourself. Is your personal belief are your personal beliefs getting in the way of your relationship with people? Your value system, the way you grew up, how you see things, your perspective, your point of view, is it a blockage for you at this time? Is there anywhere where you need to maybe take a step back and change, maybe just for 1 second, reconsider your perspective and look at the other person's point of view? Okay, it's all about like love, passion, union. Is there a better way to mend your relationship with people, rather than having misconception about what is and what isn't, based on your observation of things and the way you think things are? Okay, now the Lovers card is also an energy of decisions and choices. Are you making choices that are healthy for your relationship, or are you making choices based on being one-sided? Those are the questions that you're going to be confronting this month. And I say 1 month is 1 month from when you click on this video to watch. Okay, please remember to like this video, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thanks for your exchange of energy. But this next one is the Queen of Swords. She is a very cutthroat, ruthless, yet she can be gentle. She has all these gentle qualities, but she's a no-nonsense queen. All right? She doesn't stand for any shenanigans, but she's a very intelligent and courageous queen. All right? She has deep wisdom. She's suffered and she's learned from observing people, observation, adapting, dealing with the situation. So this can make her a fair judge of character, but it can also make her very cold-hearted. All right? And it can make her believe that intelligence has to rule everything. A situation, a relationship, it has to be based on logic, based on what I'm seeing, based on what is happening, forgetting that there can be many sides to a perspective, a story. The perspective can vary. Okay. So this is very interesting that this is also coming up to kind of confirm this reading, and let me know that this is a very accurate reading for your energy, life path number 6. Okay, let's close your reading out with an Archangel Michael prayer card. Holy Spirit, archangels, my higher self, thank you. So it says something about making a commitment, and here is your prayer, life path number 6. Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience, every perspective. Okay? Every experience, every perspective. Thank you so much, life path number 6. Thank you, guys. Please remember to check the description box below the video. I do have my Etsy store now. I've started putting things there. It might take me about a month or so to really put stuff there, but I do have some precious stones, some things that, please support a girl. Buy something. I do appreciate it. I appreciate your exchange of energy. If you can leave me a comment. I love reading from you guys. Okay? Until next time, life path number 6. This is Healing Hands. Thank you all so much for all your loving support and your loving kindness towards my channel. You guys are just amazing in my book. All right, bye. This is Healing Hands.